because they're desperate. They're desperate men. They're desperate for their money back, aren't they? So they'll do that to Ryan as long as Ryan tells them what they want to hear. But the truth is, there's no watchers. Ken sent me a fake Avanti link on Aldi Express today. And I have another update on Avanti if you want to know. It's quite funny. I think it's funny. So, the Avanti victims are like vampire shitwits. They have sucked the life out of Brenny. They have. Whinging and moaning like fucking sissies. And I feel sorry for them, I do. And for those who paid on a credit card in the United Kingdom, we got their money back. And some of them were quite successful. One guy called Fred, who has been interviewed on the channel, managed to get 10 grand in America back from PayPal. But I've got 3 other victims in America that paid by Amex, one through PayPal, and never got the money back. So Fred was lucky, right? Lucky Fred. But what Fred did, because he's a shitwit, is not only did he give Aventi $10,000 for a non-existent watch, because he's such a pliable source, he handed over another $15,000 via bank transfer to that bank account in, where was it? Was it China? I don't know. For his Chinese Swiss-made watch. And he was in the attack group, the attack group that was going after Avanti. And them shitwits, the 12 shitwits in that group, were asked multiple times to provide information so that we could move forward. Some of these guys were out 35 grand, $85,000, and most of them were out $15,000. But out of a group of 12 shitwits, only 4 of them bothered to reply to my FBI guy, who, after multiple requests, ended up dropping the case because the FBI can't do anything with sub 100 grand worth of theft, even though the group combined had losses of over $250,000 confirmed by Brenny. And then Avanti launched their bullshit statement. I covered that. But the key thing from the statement was, we are under new owners. We're moving forward. And within 30 days, so you would expect within 30 days, everybody's going to be sorted with an exit package or a new watch. And then I reached out to Fred, the shitwit, 2 days before I did the video. I'd already confirmed with my guys, nobody's heard from Ryan or Hanu. I already confirmed with Roman Shaft, yes, Brenny talks to Roman Shaft. I ain't friends with him though. I said to Fred, have you heard anything, Fred? And Fred said, ask me in 2 weeks. I thought, that's a bit cryptic. So Fred's withholding. So I put my video out and I shit all over Avanti again because they're fucking criminals, aren't they? They're criminals who take advantage of shitwits. And then Fred takes to calling me out on a group chat saying, oh, Brenny, because you're so negative, you've destroyed Avanti. I'm thinking, well, how have I destroyed Avanti? The deal was done. The new investor was in. The IP was sold. And this shitwit has been talking to Ryan because Ryan will only talk to Ponzi's or Patsies, right? He won't take calls from Roman Shaft. He won't take calls from victims who are demanding their money back. He won't take calls from people who he stole watches from and never returned them. He won't do any of that. But he will take calls from Fred the shitwit, because Fred is probably the only person in the world who actually wants that fucking watch now, because there's no money in him, because Fred owns 6 of them. But Ryan talks to him. And Ryan has spun Fred a yarn that, hey, these things take time, Fred. And, the new investors, we've definitely done the deal now. And it's all going to be sorted by, within 2 weeks. But the reason the website isn't working is because Hanu hasn't let go of it yet. I'm thinking, Fred, are you the dumbest motherfucker on this earth? And that shitwit doesn't want to talk to me and ignores every request that I say. Fred, get Ryan to ring Brenny. Get that criminal to ring Brenny. And anyway, I put a screenshot of Fred's full name on my channel, just so you can all see what an absolute shitwit looks like and what he wrote. And then some of the replies that all the other shitwits wrote, because they're desperate men. They're desperate for their money back, aren't they? So they'll do that to Ryan, as long as Ryan tells them what they want to hear. But the truth is, there's no watchers. Aventi has run off with the money. The owner, Hanu, embezzled 50% of all incoming money into Bitcoin and 10% to the family, like 10% to the little guy. 10% of the family. It's pure embezzlement. There is no investor. What investor would take on a company run by two criminals, and one of them, Ryan, who was named by Hanu as a fucking criminal himself in a interview with me, who he later reported to get banned in the United Kingdom. Big fucking deal, Hanu. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how stupid people are. What would be lovely if I released a suckers list of all the victims so other criminals can reach out to them and offer them amazing watches and amazing deals. Yeah. So these Aventi shitwits have bled Brenny dry, and they're a bunch of ungrateful shitwits. They really are. And the watches are shit anyway. Who the fuck would buy an Aventi watch? Just somebody who was greedy and believed producer Michael's promises of vast wealth. Vast wealth if you buy this watch. You can flip this watch. It's a better investment than a fucking Rolex. Producer Michael, you are... I can't even say what you are because I don't want to go to court again. I don't want to have to back down again. And I don't want to agree to take down all my content on a company in lieu of being sued. Yeah, I know, it's shit. When you try and expose the truth, you get sued. Right, let's have a look at some of the comments here. I ordered it, and my Aventi only 20k. Oh God, I get it. Producer Michael tells you that this watch is exclusive, that you have to be selected to buy this watch, and it's now worth $5,000 more, and it costs $5,000 more, and then you're waiting for yours. You paid a deposit, and then they apologize to you. They send you a poster. They must have had a good laugh over that £5 poster, and then they offer you 10% off the balance. But remember, these guys are pure criminals. No matter what anybody says to you, they wrong customers. I've now got 3 confirmed customers who paid the second payment. I had 2. I have a load of victims that only paid 1 payment, but I have 3 victims now who paid the entire amount on the basis of a phone call from a representative of Aventi, and one of them was Ryan. Your watch is ready! Hurrah! Pay the balance as quickly as possible by a bank transfer to speed up the delivery of the said watch. That, to me, is pure criminality. There's no going back from that. There's no going back to that. Unless the new owner pays everybody back and renames the watch Shit Vanti, don't buy a Shit Vanti. Avoid this company at all costs. Yeah. And I'm telling you this, if they do get up and running, right, I'm going after them. I've got to. I'm going to get somebody rich involved who's going to bankroll Brenny, and I've got 2 people, and we're going to go after them.